I think when you have a really calm space that you can go to just for you to relax, it just opens up portals for you. It opens up so much because you can finally just be held and grounded. And I want that for everybody. I really do. Every shift you want to make in your life, it starts with home. I'm Ariel, your host, and this is the podcast where design meets intention, energy, and becoming more you. Let's dive in. Hi, we are getting in today to how to create the perfect calming spa vibe bedroom, because I know we're all craving it. I know we've all dreamed of it. And this is how to do it. And it's not always what you think it is. It's going to be a really cool episode. And if you're new here, I'm Ariel. I'm an interior designer. I wrote a book called Your Space Made Simple. I am on a journey to make everybody have the most aligned, beautiful, confident home that reflects who they are and only looks like them and no one else. That's my journey, and I'm here to share it with you, and I'm so excited you're here. If you're not new here, you hear me say this every episode, start with the feeling, start with the vibe, start with the emotion. I think for this one, we're obviously going with calm, collected, grounded. Maybe it's a ritual space for that spa vibe bedroom. I think when I think of my favorite spas, they just feel cozy, relaxing. They feel clean, minimal, but not too minimal. I love hearing that like spa sound music. And sometimes if I just want to imagine myself getting massaged, even if I'm not, I just play spa music and I close my eyes and imagine it. It makes me feel calm. So what's the feeling? What's the vibe? Everybody's version of a spa also might be a little different. Spas in Bali are different than spas in Hawaii that are different in Napa, California. They're different than New York City. So think about what that spa is for you. Are there more natural elements or are there more man-made elements? What is that? Just think about the vibe, kind of write that down. Don't go seeking inspiration yet. You're just going to think about what that means to you. Okay, number 2 is my favorite, texture over pattern. All spas, no matter where you are in the world, use texture as a tool. Wood paneling, boucle furniture, linen, wherever you are, whatever your vibe is. If you're in the middle of the forest, if you're in the middle of the mountains, if you're at the ocean, they are all playing with texture. They're all playing with it. So pay attention. What are those textures? Go to your favorite spa or get some pictures of it if it's far away. I want you to count how many textures there are in the picture that you see. Well over 10 is my guess. It's the magic. It's not about the colors you use. It's about the texture that you use, the natural elements, the things that are tactile. They ignite our senses. They make us feel calm, grounded, and like we're in the physical form. We're in the physical space. So let's look at 2 different types of spa vibes because I think it's important here. We can take like a mountain or a forest kind of spa where we're going to see a lot more natural elements, a lot more wood tone, a lot more earthy, darker tones. We might even see some maroons in there, some more linens versus I think the quintessential spa is this white linen, maybe some blue softness. With the all-white minimal spa, you'll still notice a lot of textures. They just all happen to be in the same color. They're a little less earthy, a little more man-made, but they're clean. They're very like soft. Scandinavian is kind of the vibe. There are a ton of spas out there. I just went to one that's very bright and fun and colorful, and I loved it. I felt so energized and also calm at the same time. So that's why I say go back to step 1 and figure out what your vibe is, because you have to figure out what that spa is that you're trying to recreate. Bright and fun, energizing, calm forest vibe, minimalist vibe, but we're going for spa. Bring in movement. A spa is never flat. When I think of a spa, I always think of the beautiful sheer curtains with like the doors are open and everything's moving. That movement is so important. You can do that with an air diffuser. You can just see the steam. You can do it with an incense. You can see the smoke rising. You can do it with a candle. You can do it with a hot cup of tea. But movement happens a lot in spas, not because you're physically moving around. It's just a movement of textures. You have that waviness of the curtain, the wind blowing. That's usually the element element that we want to carry. It's this kind of element of flow, of the wave, of the mountain, of the forest, wherever your favorite spa is. This really helps keep this space feeling less flat and like it's not stale, like it's not so perfect. Movement isn't perfect. It's organic. It's not a square. It's a beautiful flow. And that's the things we want to integrate with movement in the space. If you're struggling to put all this together and you're like, I still can't put it all together, I know what I like, but I don't know how to get to the end of the space, there's something called Doom Scroll to Design Plan. It's a course that I launched, and you should totally sign up because you will see the transformation of your space, and we go through it step by step. I literally walk you through all the secret sauce of my design process that I use for $1 million clients, and you get it no matter what budget you're in. You get to use all the tools, all the resources. It will help you get a real plan together and feel confident in it. And I promise you, your home won't look like anyone else's. Your home will look like yours. It will be an aligned reflection of who you are. You're going to feel so confident at the end of it in your own home. You are going to be so excited to have your bestie over, to hang out with your partner, to enjoy your pets in a space that you designed because it looks and feels like you. And that's the best gift I can give everyone. So please go sign up. You don't want to miss it. It's just a joy. It's helping so many people. Okay, number 4, layer in light. All the light. Now here's the thing. With soft lighting, table lamps, sconces, floor lamps, chandeliers, they're soft light. They're not really overhead. They don't create harsh shadows. They just create these touch point moments. So it creates this almost romantic vibe in a space. Natural lighting is so important. Highlight it. If you have the smallest window, put tall curtains around it and make that window feel larger than life. If you have a ton of natural light, draw your eye towards it. Put artwork around it. Add sconces around it. Those soft touch points add so much to a space, and I think it is the number one forgotten thing is lighting. The little light here, the little light here, and you don't even have to turn them all on. It's the optionality. It's the object. It's the beauty. It's the rawness. Hold on to that. Don't skip the lighting. Never skip the lighting. Also, if you have recessed lighting in your bedroom space, great. This is great for getting ready. This is great for doing your makeup. This is great when you really need to get up in the morning and make that 6 o'clock workout class. Everything else doesn't need the overhead lights. We can get away with the soft light and the natural light. And that is the way to go. Be soft with it. I think another thing when I think about spas going back to that movement is fans. Fans have come a long way, and some are, I have to say it, actually really nice. Okay, I've become a fan person. But fans with lighting work really well. Again, that can act as your recessed lighting or overhead lighting. Fans can be purely decorative. There's some really cool ones out there right now that are such a vibe. Invest in them. That's also kind of this tool of movement of air, of movement of space, of seeing motion in the space. But it also counts toward that lighting because they can look just as beautiful as a chandelier, in my opinion. So play into those things. I don't know if you've seen my video on the 6 senses or what's missing from your space, but if you haven't, definitely check out that video after this. I will drop it here. You need to be using all 5, and I argue all 6. Sight, those are the things that you're looking at, the artwork that fills you up, that makes you feel happy, that you love to see, your favorite vacation. Sight is that soft lighting, the dimmable bulbs, the things that you look at with your eye and you're like, oh, that just grounds me. It relaxes me. Smell is, if not the most important thing, it just is. It's so important. That can be candle. My favorite smell in the world is a freshly vacuumed space. That can be a freshly vacuumed space. You don't have to use a candle or a diffuser or an incense if you're not into it, but something that's going to bring you calmness. I love the smell of the ocean. Maybe I'm going to have some salt and some lavender and mix that in a bowl, and it's going to be really natural. A simmer pot works really well just for your overall home. It doesn't have to be artificial. They can be natural smells. Mint and lavender, one of my favorite things that we use in spas because they're pumping it in the air. But it works. So use that. The next one is what you hear. So ocean sounds, wave sounds, frequency sounds, the soft playlist that you hear at the spa, really subtle things. Even the noise machine works really well. But when you connect sight, sound, and smell, you build memory. So think about your past spa experience or your past calm, best bedroom experience at the hotel. Think about all the senses that were touched there. The next one is touch. That is all the tactile things. That goes back to the texture that we were talking about, the soft pillows, the linen shades, the soft bedding. Do you have carpet? Do you have wood on the floor? Like, what are those really tactile things that you're going to be touching every day? That's super important. Again, building connection with memory. Again, building that storyline. Taste. I have a love for spa water. Not everybody does, but I love it. Spa water is great. Tea is great. Coffee is great. You can grind up some cardamom and smell that when you walk into your bedroom. You can have a lavender roller. That can be anything for you with taste, but I really encourage you to use that as a tool in the bedroom space. Like, what are you igniting? That specialty flavored water or tea that you have in your bedroom in the morning when you get up. Enjoy that and make intentionality around that, because when you pair it with space, the goal is that you build memory. And the sixth sense, that's your intention, that's your intuition. That's connecting all of those things and saying, in my body, this feels really good because of X. And it doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to worry about it. Your intuition is just going to tell you what that is. It's going to tell you, I love amber and musk, and that makes me feel really calm in a space. Or I love the smell of tobacco, or I love the smell of the ocean, lavender, whatever those things are. Your intuition is calling to you. Sometimes it's also just creating a little space for meditation or journaling with a little side table. But that sixth sense is the intentionality behind all of the pieces that you pick. Okay, the last one. If you're really going for a spa vibe, unfortunately, I'm gonna pull some heartstrings here. You have to declutter. You have to. Most spa vibes just have really clean surfaces. They don't have a lot of stuff everywhere. So that's kind of an important part of this calm bedroom space. Bedrooms, in my opinion, can go two ways. We either are only sleeping in them. We spend so much time in them, but we never experience it because we're sleeping, and that's so frustrating to me. Or we can create unique elements in the bedroom space to enjoy. The reading corner. I'm going to sit and I'm going to meditate and journal in here. I'm going to have, if you have a big enough room, a couch in here, and I'm just going to relax. There are other elements to the bedroom that we need to add to make them more comforting, to make them more enjoyable, to experience them, not only while we're sleeping, but while we're awake. Hide the cords, hide the clutter. And this doesn't mean you need an open console instead of a dresser for aesthetic purposes. It means you need to go back to function and figure out where everything goes so that it doesn't lead to clutter. It's okay. Like, I have a basket in my bedroom for extra shoes that I'm like, I don't have time to put this away. And I just throw it in the basket because I don't want them laying everywhere, but I don't have enough energy to put them away. So things like that you can integrate that feel like a spa, that woven material, that texture, but serves as a function, you're winning. You are already miles ahead of everybody else. So think about that. What are your habits? How can you build around them? And what are the things that reflect the calm energy? I think number one, ask yourself these 3 questions. Is your bedroom or this calming space you're designing creating stress, or is it relaxing you? Now, if you're watching this, it could be creating a lot of stress, either because it's not done, it's cluttered, you don't feel relaxed in there. But I want you to enjoy it awake and asleep. It should be comfy, and both matters. And if you are struggling with this, you need to figure out why. What is that stressor? And we're going to flip it and we're going to motivate you. If you're stressed because it's not done, hopefully this video helps and you can make one tiny step on your journey to getting it more done. If the space is cluttered, take one thing out a day, declutter it, find a new home for it. You can do that piece by piece. I talk a lot about this on my podcast. I talk a lot about it on Substack. These tips and tricks work, but you have to figure out where the stress is coming from before you can move forward. You got to let that go first. Is the color palette soft, cohesive, or is it overly energizing? Am I using too much pattern in here? Am I using a bright yellow instead of a calming blue or green? Think about that. Now, those colors for everybody are so different. I am not saying everybody needs a calm bedroom, and I'm not saying everybody needs to have a green bedroom. You need to figure this out for yourself of what feels most aligned and ask yourself intentionally. Go back to step one. Does this match the feeling that I'm going after, and why? And if you're new, we're going to do one thing at a time. So, what is the texture you can add today to make yourself feel more grounded in the space? Is it a different throw blanket? Is it a different throw pillow? A lamp, some linen curtains? Is it just a new piece of artwork that has texture on the back? What is it that you can add one tiny piece at a time to add that first element, that texture, that tactile piece back into the space? You can even do that with a candle or an incense and pay attention to that as well. But tiny little pieces before you have to go all out and pick new paint, pick new bedding, and pick the new furniture can start really small. I don't know about you, but when my bedroom feels good, I sleep so much better. I just do, because before bed, I can relax in that space and really calm down. I can do some red light therapy. I can chill. I can relax before I actually go to bed. The lights are dim. That's why that soft lighting matters. Maybe I have an open window, let some fresh air in. Those types of elements prepare us for sleep, and building a thing around that the last 30 minutes I'm awake, or the last hour that I'm awake and I'm reading, and building habits and rituals around those things will impact the overall design, because you'll want to be in the bedroom. That's why I'm making this video, because I think when you have a really calm space that you can go to just for you to relax, it just opens up portals for you. It opens up so much, because you can finally just be held and grounded, and I want that for everybody. I really do. If this resonated, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. I can't wait to see progress pictures of the bedroom that you complete that looks like a spa, feels like a spa, holds you, makes you feel confident in your own space. Sending you all the best of luck. And don't forget to check out the course. I think it's really going to bring you to another level. Have a great week, guys.